everyone. Welcome to Inside Winston Cup Racing, and thanks for joining us. We're at the Daytona International Speedway as Speedweeks 1992 have kicked off the 92 season, and we have a lot for you in this half hour of Inside Winston Cup Racing, and here's what's coming up.
The Motorcraft 4 team started the new year with a new driver and a big win as Jeff Bodine drove to victory in the 1992 Busch Clash. I'll have all the highlights.
And we'll bring you the sights and sounds of Daytona Beach, Florida, as the Daytona community comes alive with the sound of race cars.
And we'll show you who and where in Winston Cup Racing. Lots of new drivers, lots of new paint schemes, and a few new cars. We'll tell you just ahead.
Inside Winston Cup Racing is brought to you by coal-filtered Miller Genuine Draft and Miller Genuine Draft Light, taking the country by storm. And by Goodyear, maker of the world's most successful tires, the Goodyear Eagles.
All of these championship-winning drivers have one thing in common: Goodyear Racing Eagles. The race-winning technology that's found in the Goodyear Racing Eagles can also be found in the world's best-selling line of high-performance street tires, Goodyear Eagle Street Radials. The champions know, and it's why we say, the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Before this, you never heard of cold filtered. Before this, you never heard of genuine draft taste in a bottle. Now hear this. Get out of the old, get into the cold.
Cold filtered taste, what it's all about. Never heat pasteurized, so the rich, smooth taste don't cook out. Those who discover its real draft taste, the world can be a very cool place.
Get out of the old, get into the cold. Miller Genuine Draft.
Viscosity breakdown would mean to me engine failure. Engine failure would be the loss of our investment and the loss of the race. And with Pennzoil, I don't have that problem. I don't have to worry about it. Pennzoil outperforms any leading motor oil against viscosity breakdown. For my money, Pennzoil is the best engine protection I can buy. Performance, protection, quality, that's what Pennzoil means to me.
This year, the excitement of the Daytona 500 doesn't have to end with a checkered flag. Join host Ned Jarrett following the running of the Daytona 500 by STP and call in to speak with NASCAR's greatest stars on Inside Winston Cup Racing, live from Daytona, only on TNN. Today at 9, live from the Daytona Hilton.
Daytona Beach, Florida is called the World Center of Racing, and if you've ever been here in mid-February each year during Speedweeks, you'll have no doubt about that. Not only is the Daytona International Speedway a very busy place, but the city of Daytona itself is a beehive of activity. Now, people come from all over the world, thousands of them here for Speedweeks, and Randy Pemberton takes a look at the city of Daytona and things going on.
Coined the most famous beach in the world, Daytona Beach, Florida. 20 plus miles of sand, surf, and sunshine. It was in the late 40s when the virgin white sand first was taken over by tons of high-speed stock cars and the waves of people that came to see the men and machines compete for pride as opposed to the prize. Over 40 years later, men and their machines still make the march south in February to Daytona. The cars are supported by high-dollar sponsors and a collection of creative crew members. And while racing on the beach only lives on in the memories of our racing pioneers, the tradition of competition continues on, now on high banks and high speeds for high stakes. And just like the old days, the competition continues to bring in waves of people to the Daytona community. When each February, the Daytona 500 draws near, the pace of Daytona definitely gets a little faster.
Get over here, will you?
We've been lonely for a few months now, and now we have all kinds of nice people, and we hope they have a good time. We're glad to see them, and they do the economy in Daytona a world of good.
Holy smokes! Hello, Wisconsin!
Yum, yum,
Hey, we're on TV now.
All
right.
Okay.
Waltrip's gonna win. Red hot. Waltrip.
We've got all the adult sizes. All we've got in kids in this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all we've got is one size left in this. But these are $5.
Back here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that.
No, this year they have...
What about business itself, Steve? It seems like you guys got all the paraphernalia here in the store. I mean, you guys really do get geared up for this. What about the overall economy here?
The economy picks up, I'd say, God, maybe, Mike? Oh, no, more than double. It's got to be at least maybe 6 times what would be a normal during the un-tourist season.
You work 6 times the hours?
Just about, yeah. Yeah, I get 6 days a weekend, so.
Oh, really? When do you get a day off then during Speed Week?
Whenever I can squeeze one in. That's about it.
Well, I've been coming here myself since the mid-'50s, and I've always enjoyed coming to Daytona, and I know many other people have as well. We need to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the new driver-crew chief combinations in NASCAR Winston Cup racing for 1992, so you stay with us.
Just ahead, you'll need to get a pen and paper ready. We're going to tell you where your favorite crew chiefs and drivers went for the 1992 Winston Cup season.
Hey, watch out! Oh no! Uh-oh! Are nicks and scratches making your car ugly and old? Introducing Color Smart, the color-coordinated car polish that makes those scratches disappear like magic. So effective it's like having a paint job in a bottle. The secret is coordinated colors. Look, to shine your shoes, you match the color polish. Color Smart works the same way. Simply choose the color that matches your car. Works on any shade in one easy application. Covers nicks, scratches, even swirl marks in seconds. That car key is ruining the finish. Just use Color Smart White and those scratches are gone.
When I first saw this car, I estimated the value at $2,000. But after using Color Smart just once, I figured I could sell it for $3,000.
That power sander is ruining the paint. Look at that damage. But wait. Color Smart works quickly and easily to restore the shine. So smooth the polish bottle slides right off. To order your color, it's this easy.
The color and make of your car?
Yes, a blue 1989 Buick.
Don't spend hundreds on a new paint job. Now you can order Color Smart, the paint job in a bottle for only $19.95. Order now, and we'll double the size of your bottle. An incredible 16 ounces for the low price of $19.95. Order within the next 10 minutes and we'll include this incredible triple bonus. Restore it. Makes your vinyl, leather, and rubber look like new. Clear glass or crystal clear fog-free windshields and new car scent. All three a $20 value free when you order Color Smart. So get smart. Use your credit card and Color Smart today.
To order, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-767-9200. or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling to Color Smart, 2000 American Way, Roanoke, Virginia 24016, or call 1-800-767-9200.
This is America, a grand land of wonderful places and some wonderful folks. It's freedom to grow and to visit anywhere we wish, from the heartland to the great shores. And all this year, TNN, the Nashville Network, will explore America. Its cities, its neighborhoods, its parks, and its people. It's a memorable journey. All this year, when TNN explores America.
Have you bought your racing program for 1992? You're going to need it. That's usually the case every year, but this year more so than ever. There are new driver combinations with new teams, new crew chiefs, new sponsors, new teams. Just goes on and on. So you're going to have to get educated. Dan Kenyon takes a look at some of the changes involved.
Okay, Phil Parsons is in the 9 car.
Right.
And where's Bill Elliott?
He's in the 11 car.
Where did Jeff Bodine go?
He went over to the 15 car.
Well, then where did Morgan Shepherd go?
I can't keep track of it anymore.
Morgan Shepherd is in the 21 car with the Wood brothers.
That's right.
Well, it's that time of year again. Your favorite driver went to this team, which means this other driver went to that team. It's hard to tell just where everybody is. Well, we're going to try and clear that up for you. Get yourself a pen and something to write on. It's quite a long list. Let's get started. In what has become commonplace on the racing circuit, a whole off-season of moves have been made. Lots of teams have changed cars, and lots of teams have changed drivers. Everyone hopes for the best, and all have a new chance for victory. One of the most highly publicized moves was Bill Elliott teaming up with the legendary Junior Johnson. He'll now pilot the familiar Bud car, and both Junior and Bill look for good things this season.
Well, if we can just have some circumstantial luck, that's going to be our part. You know, with Budweiser being the main sponsor and Amoco being associated with us, I think we can have a good season. We've got everything there in place. If everything will just gel together quick and have some circumstantial luck.
Elliott's departure of the Melling Ford reopened the door for Phil Parsons. Phil now gets back to his first full-time ride in several seasons. Parsons' engine builder, Ernie Elliott, will have a full slate this year. He'll build engines for Brett Bodine as well. Speaking of Brett, his Quaker State car will look different. They've switched to Fords. Rick Wilson's Snickers car has also switched to Ford, as well as receiving a new paint scheme. Hud Strickland also dons a new shell, a Chevy Lumina. Mark Martin has switched sponsorship to Valvoline. But in the bigger picture, Jack Roush, his car owner, has become a member of the 2-car club, adding Wally Dallenbach Jr. in the number 16 Keystone Ford. All right, back to singles competition. Veteran Jeff Bodine left Jr. and teamed up with Bud Moore in the Motorcraft Ford. The car is running strong, and Jeff says you'd better watch out.
Believe me, this is a better team than anyone has ever seen, and we're going to try to bring that out this year. I think our results will prove that.
Jeff's in the Motorcraft Ford. That means that Morgan Shepherd made a move. He's teamed up with the Wood brothers to drive the number 21 Citgo Ford. Wait a minute, that's Dale Jarrett's ride. Oh yeah, he's on a new team, the Interstate Battery Chevy with the NFL sticker on the side. Well, that's because his car owner is Washington Redskins head coach Joe Gibbs, who's as excited about his car as he was winning the Super Bowl.
Without even running a race yet, he's already instilled confidence into me and the team that, you know, we have the ability to do good things this year. And it's just going to be a pleasure working for him. He doesn't put any pressure on us or anything like that. And he's just excited, especially since the Super Bowl is over and he won that. He's so excited about this race, and he just can't hardly contain himself.
Okay, that's car number 18. Then car number 19 is Chad Little. He's in the 66 Trop Arctic Ford that Cale Yarborough owns. Last year, Greg Sachs did some stunt driving in Days of Thunder. Well, he's back now in the number 41 Kellogg's car with the help of Harry Hyde to drive for real. Kerry Teague will also be driving for real in the number 03 Team USA car. Now in the higher number cars. We'll take them in order to make it easier. Number 75, Raymont, gets an excellent driver in Dick Trickle. They're still searching for a major sponsor. Lake Speed brings back his familiar number 83, this time with Purex on his quarter panel. Jimmy Spencer and Travis Carter waited all winter to paint their car. It's now black. The number 98 Chevy Lumina got their sponsor, Molly Black Gold, will grace the car. All right, let's talk about crew chiefs. The most notable move was Robin Pemberton, who left Jack Roush. He now takes over for Gary Nelson on the number 42 car, who's now working with Dick Beatty to become the director of competition. And finally, Steve Lloyd. He's left Terry Labonte and Billy Hagan for Wally Dallenbach Jr. and Jack Roush. We think that about covers it. We hope you wrote it all down because we can't repeat it. So goodbye for now, and we'll do it again next year, same time, same place.
Well, I've been trying to do my homework, but I'm sure somewhere along the way I'll goof up and call somebody in a car that was in it in past years. Well, we need to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the mailbox and also the highlights of the Busch Clash of 1992, which was won by one of the new combinations on the circuit this year. Stay with us.
Glad, that's the way to start a year out with a new team, and Bud Moore's done a great job with this team. This is a better team. I've been saying it all week now. This is a better team than people out there know it is. And we're going to show it is this year, and I think winning the Busch Clash proves that it is a good team.
You're about to see how Goodyear is changing all-season driving right before your eyes. Introducing AquaTread, only from Goodyear. AquaTread's advanced design channels water out of your way for dependable all-season traction, especially in the rain when you may need it most. AquaTread, the newest reason why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. Just as your father did, you've started him off right with a Browning rod and reel. There is none better, and nothing will be treasured longer than his Browning rod and reel, and just the two of you in a special place at an even more special time. Browning, like the cold water and open skies, simply the best there is.
The boys are back, February 23rd on TNN.
This is TNN, the Nashville Network.
Coming up here on Inside Winston Cup Racing, we'll see if Richard Petty can win his 8th Daytona 500 when we bring you all the action from the Daytona 500, brought to you by STP.
And our road to Daytona stops at the Daytona 500, the ultimate test of the great American race. We'll see who finished where and what happened. And we'll show you what happened at the Goodies 300 in Daytona. It's always an all-out affair. Everybody's running for the checkered flag. All that and much more next week on Inside Winston Cup Racing.
Hey, I want to remind you of our special edition of Inside Winston Cup Racing, which is coming up this evening at 9 o'clock here on TNN. It'll be live from Daytona Beach, Florida, and Richard Petty, the King, will be joining us. So you be sure to join us, too. There's been a lot going on here at Daytona. To catch up on all the news, let's go to Randy.
After 2 months of building and rebuilding stock cars during the off-season, the Winston Cup teams came to Daytona Beach, Florida to unload those cars with one thing in mind: to pass the most rigid inspection in NASCAR's history, performed by Gary Nelson and the rest of the inspection team. To give you an idea of how rigid it was, only 4 of the 50-some cars that attempted to get through inspection got through on the first try. Qualifying for the 500 was the best of 2 laps. And with a brisk wind facing the Chevys, Pontiacs, and Oldsmobiles on the backstretch, speeds were down from the morning practice session. But Phil Parsons gave everyone a Ford to shoot for when he turned a lap of 190.319 miles per hour. It was thought Ernie Irvan might make a run at him, but Ernie could only click off the watch at 47.755 seconds. That speed good enough for 188.462 miles per hour. That put him in the 18th spot. The 22 car of Sterling Marlin was scheduled to hit the track on the 22nd try. The pre-pole favorite didn't disappoint, circling the 2.5 miles at 46.823 for a lap of 192.213 miles per hour. That put Sterling Marlin on the pole. Teammate Bill Elliott set his Ford on the outside of the front row, followed by the Fords of Mark Martin and the surprise of Dorsey Schrader. Harry Gant had the 5th quickest time of the day, but failed to pass a post-qualifying inspection and was forced to go in the second round.
The Clash is the reward for winning a pole position during the previous season. Starting positions were drawn by the drivers, and Brett Bodine picked the pole with his brother Jeff outside row 1.
Got my brother Brett inside of me on the front row. We hadn't done that before in any racing that we've been in, so we're proud of that, happy, excited. My parents won't even watch the race. They're so nervous, so it'd be nice if we could stay there, both races, and come down off the 4 corner fighting for the win.
Well, Brett, already one big victory for you sitting on the pole for the Clash. It's got to be exciting.
Well, it really is. You know, our second trip into the Busch Clash, and to be up front the way we are, hopefully we can stay there. You know, the car's been running real well, and it's very stable, and, you know, hopefully with a full pack of cars behind us, it'll run just as well as it did in practice.
Davey Allison started dead last in the field, but his strong showing last season made him a popular favorite in the Clash despite his starting position. When was the last time Davey Allison had to start at the very back of the pack?
It's been a while. I can't remember how long it's been, but, you know, the Texaco Havoline Thunderbird's been running good in practice, and 20 laps all out, flat out racing. We'll just have to do the best we can.
With the Bodine brothers leading the way, the 15-car field took the green flag, and the 4 front-running Fords set the early pace. But as the first 10 laps raced by, the hard Chargers emerged from the back of the pack, also in Fords, Sterling Marlin and Allison. Marlin, Michael Waltrip, and Terry Labonte battled for second behind Brett before Sterling grabbed the lead, while Davey used the entire track to make his move to the front. Once in the lead, Sterling never stumbled, winning the first half of the Clash. Waltrip was second, and Allison finished third. Sterling Marlin won the first half of the Clash and collected $25,000, but that victory sent him to the rear of the field, and Rusty Wallace was on the pole in the second half of the Dash for $35,000 in cash. In the second 10-lap segment, Jeff Bodine started third and took the lead from Rusty Wallace in turn 3 on lap 3, sending Rusty tumbling backwards through the field. While Bodine led Martin, most of the racing took place in the middle of the pack, including some tight battling between Marlin and Waltrip. Meanwhile, Martin was content to draft along on Bodine's bumper until the final lap. Then when Mark tried to make his move in turn 3, Jeff slammed the door. Ernie Irvan slipped into second, and Bodine took the field to the checkered flag, winning his first Busch Clash in his first ride in Bud Moore's Motorcraft Ford. Well, Jeff, congratulations. You said at the start Mr. Forth was looking for first, and he got it. Congratulations.
It took me 10 tries, but we finally ended up in victory lane for the Busch Clash. Glad. You know, that's the way to start a year out with a new team, and Bud Moore's done a great job with this team. This is a better team. I've been saying it all week now. This is a better team than people out there know it is, and we're going to show it is this year, and I think winning the Busch Clash proves that it is a good team.
You had a real strong second half last season. Is that momentum carrying into 1992 for you?
Well, I hope so. You know, we got all the cars together. You know, last year at this time we're still building cars, and I worked a year with Mike Beam, and I couldn't ask for a better crew chief to work with. If he wanted to put the body, if I said let's put the body on back to run faster, he'd do it. And because he's aggressive, I'm aggressive, and that's what it takes.
Today's mailbox is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft.
Our question today is from Scott Patterson of Waterbury, Vermont, who writes, when watching a Winston Cup race and they show a car going into the pits for refueling, it looks like the gas man has to be a pretty rugged individual to handle the quick fill gas cans. What is the actual weight of the gas cans when they're full? Well, Scott, for that answer, we'll go to Richard Bostic, who is the gas man on the Mellow Yellow Pontiacs that Kyle Petty drives.
Well, thanks for writing in, Scott. The weight of the gas can varies from 89 to 90 pounds. I don't know where you have to be real rugged or not if you just sort of stay in shape. And, there's tall people that gas and there's short people that gas. So basically, if you got some good upper strength, you should be able to do okay with the gas.
If you have any race questions, you can write to us at Inside Winston Cup Racing, Box 240-417, Charlotte 28224. If we use your question on the air, you'll receive this embroidered Miller Genuine Draft jacket free. Fans 21 and under will receive an IWCR cap and T-shirt. And you'll also receive Milton Bradley's Daytona 500 race game, officially licensed by NASCAR.
Well, our time's up for this edition of Inside Winston Cup Racing, but we'll see you tonight live at 9 o'clock right here on TNN.
Inside Winston Cup Racing has been brought to you by coal-filtered Miller Genuine Draft and Miller Genuine Draft Light, taking the country by storm. And by Goodyear, maker of the world's most successful tires, the Goodyear Eagles. Transportation for Inside Winston Cup Racing provided by Fleetwood Enterprises, makers of a full line of excellent recreational vehicles. Communications for Inside Winston Cup Racing crew provided by Racing Radios, Forest Park, Georgia, the official communications of NASCAR.
Race Day, next on TNN.
This is TNN, the Nashville Network, the #1 source for country music, entertainment, and information.
I wanted a better life for my family, a chance to work hard and build a future.
There are good job opportunities throughout the area for professional drivers. Be on the road each day and home at night.
Steady work, responsibility, pride in what you do. That's what driving has done for me. It could do the same for you.
Call Commercial Driver Training now at 1-800-348-8785. That's 1-800-348-8785.
Lifetime presents The Big Time, 2 shows where people jump up and down and win big time. First, 3 couples answer questions and run big time around a fake supermarket. They grab big salamis, big doohickeys, and win big time cash. That's big time #1, supermarket sweep. Next, 2 couples make fools of themselves big time and run around a fake shopping mall. They exchange cheapo stuff for real expensive stuff and win big time trips. That's big time #2, shop till you drop. The Big Time on Lifetime, an hour to jump up and down about big time.
It's been ring out the old and bring in the new in Speedweeks 92.